Welcome back to 360 Strong Women, everyone. Today we're going to use a little resistance loop. You're going to grab your loop, grab a mat if you need one so that you're not sliding on the floor. Make sure you've got some water. And we're going to go ahead and warm up dynamically like we always do through movement. We're going to do our workout, our lower body workout with this little loop. And then I'm going to stretch you out and cool you down. Let's go ahead and get started. I want you to grapevine first. So it's going to be a little grapevine side to side. Now, if grapevine is something like, Beth, I don't do grapevine, it could be a step. Yes? So you can start there. All good. Now, I want you to move your arms because we're moving our body. We're getting oxygen into our body, opening up that vascular system. So you can roll your arms. You can swing your arms up. You can swing your arms to the side. Back in the day, right? Step class. If you are my aerobic queens out there, you know grapevine. Dancing class. All right. I just want you to do a few more grapevines just to get that side to side movement working for you. One more. And then I want you to tap front side back. In, front side back, in, front side back, in. Moving around the hip there. One more time, front side back, and in. Switch legs, front side back. Now keep softness in this standing joint. That's where you might feel some of the lactic acid through the quadricep. Front side back, in, front side back, in. One more, front side, and back. And then I want you to take your hip flexors back, stretching them out. It's a little bit of movement here. We're going to be doing this with our band. And then I want you to rotate around. Now that we've got oxygen coming in, working at those joint systems. And then I'm going to take a nice V step, back, up, back. Stepping out on that same leg, coming back, and then going to the other side. There you go. It doesn't matter if it's right or left side. Just step out in movement. Your heart rate could be coming up a little bit. Not crazy, but a little bit. That's good. We want that. And then bring your knees to the chest because I want to open up those glutes. Then I'm going to swing my leg back and then cross over the front. So a little sagittal movement here, a little scapation, if you will. Working this adductor, so a little adduction. And then put that down, other side. So you may need to find a focal point because, again, working a little balance here at the same time. Working that adduction. Nice, and then put that down. I'm going to go ahead, keep my apple under my chin, squat down. My knees are behind my toes. I'm sitting down in my chair. I'm going to move side to side. And I'm going to march that out. Now I might want to take some modified jacks. You could jump if you wanted. You could up level that. Now I'm going to shuffle that out. Do a little vertical jack for you. Notice we're getting that nice flexion in the knee there. And then I'm going to extend it out by doing some skaters. And march that out, breathe that up. Exhale that all the way. And if you need more, take another big breath up. That's all good. And then exhale that away. You want to keep your head above your heart through every workout. Jump it below the heart. It's going to make you feel dizzy. We don't want that. We want you to feel good. You also want to get some water. couple ounces every 10 minutes or so. This is going to be a very fast workout. We're not doing a total body today. We are squatting down, keeping the head above the heart. I'm going to pick up my loop and put it around my ankles. And we're going to do some of those movements that we did with the warm-up. Then we're going to add some lower body stuff to it. Got a few abdominal moves for you that will come down to your mat. And then I'm going to stretch you out and send you on your way. Remember, we want to move minimum 20 minutes every day. We want to make it vary. So we're not doing the same thing all the time. It's going to overtrain your body. And then you want to move throughout the day. So every 30, get 3. Every 30 minutes, get 3 minutes of movement. It's going to make your spine nice and tall, put some space into it so you don't feel compressed. You don't feel as sore and you feel a little bit more awake. That 3 o'clock comes and you're starting to feel lethargic. Get up and move your body. Take a walk. Do some of the movements that we did, maybe with your loop, maybe without your loop today, and then you're going to feel a little bit better because we're revving up that oxygen and we're lengthening the spine, and that's going to help you. Also, water is going to help you feel better. 8 ounces of water throughout the day. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this on your ankles. Once you have that on your ankles and you can feel some resistance, I hope that you already checked your band just to make sure it's safe. It doesn't have any divots or tears in it. We're going to go ahead and start at one end of our mat. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to grapevine back and forth. If grapevine's out, you can step side to side. Squeeze your glutes together. This is really going to help what we call your QL and your quadriceps, all those great legs. But in that lower region, in those gluteal areas, in that low back area, it's going to really help you. And I'm going to set my timer. We're going to move. So I'm going to grapevine using this resistance. Notice that I'm moving my arms because more cardio. 30% more. Moving those arms. Yes, indeed. Here we go. And we are breathing in and out. You can put on a great playlist. That will help you keep your rhythm. One more time. And then back. And then march that out. You feel that in your glutes and around your legs, your abductors, and then throughout the quadriceps. We're going to go ahead and add to that front side, and back. 30 seconds on each side. We're working front side, back. Same leg, front side, back. Soften this leg so you've got oxygen coming into that joint, keeping that head above your heart, front side, back. Moving around that hip joint. Woo, breathe. Things should be burning. If your loop's tight enough, you should feel this. Can you do this without a loop? You could add some weights. You could do this with an ankle weight. We want to go ahead, keep moving our body so we don't get blood pooling, and then work to the other side. However, the resistance loop, that's fire. That's what you want to work towards. And then we work here on the other side. Now, right side, left side. So you're checking in with your body. What's your body telling you? Are you tighter on one side? Do you have more range of motion on one side? How are the knees feeling? How's the hip feeling? How are the feet and ankles feeling? And then what about those shoulders? What are your shoulders and hips doing? Just check in with yourself. Your body is always giving you information, and we want to know what that is. And then you've got one more. Perfect, and march that out. We want to make sure that you're breathing and not holding your breath during your exercise. So big inhalations, big exhalations, oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. That's going to help you to feel better. Now we're going to V-step, back, leg lift, leg lift. So pushing that hip flexor back behind you, and we work. V-step, back, back, V-step, other side, back, back, V-step, back, back, Other side, V-step, just stepping out on the other leg. V-step, back, back, nice. V-step, back, back, V-step. Woo! Getting that little cardio in today with this lower body resistance loop training, and then go ahead and march that out. So you may be feeling that if you need to. If it's like everything around my hip is on fire, my quads are on fire, my hamstrings are on fire, I need a little break. Take your loop off, stretch your body out, get a little break, get some water, and then come back to me. So I'm going to put all of that together. Then I want to get into some body weight stuff and some core stuff, and I'm going to call it a day for you. So it's going to be grapevine, front, side, back, front, side, back, grapevine, front, side, back, V-step, kick it back, V-step, kick it back, and that's what we're doing. So just putting that whole combination that we just worked all together. Grapevine, front, side, back, grapevine, front, side, back, V-step, kick it back, V-step, kick it back, grapevine, front, side, back, grapevine, front, side, back, V-step, kick it back, V-step, kick it back, nice. All right, go ahead, grab some water and meet me down on your mat. Welcome down on to the mat. Now, this time, get my shoe here so don't tear my loop. I'm going to be gentle with your loops. They're pretty sturdy, but you want to keep checking them. So I'm going to put the ball of my foot on one of the loops. Yes? And then I'm going to put the other one through like this. So they're on the balls of your feet. Sitting back, pulling everything in and up, rolling the shoulders back, keeping your head above your heart. And then I'm going to open my hips up to hip width, so 2 fists between my knees. That's going to give me resistance here. And leaning back, and then I'm just going to tap using that resistance, tap using that resistance. Without resistance, this is a lot of work. We're just adding that on, and we work. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Use your breath. Last one, and done. Now you may have to, take this off for a second, you may have to hinge forward here. Keeping your head above your heart, but just opening up this low back area. If that doesn't feel good or you don't get enough of a stretch, then you can roll down and bring your knees to your chest, but keep your low back on the ground. Go ahead. If you took off your loop, which I did, because I need to have it on my calves now. So it's going to be on my calves. And I'm going to open up my feet, again, hip width. So if you put 2 fists between your knees, you're opening up your hips for you. And I want my hip to follow my knee to follow my ankle. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to come up for my heels to heaven, open my legs, and come through. Bring them back. Up, tap, out, resistance, tap. That's what we're doing. And we work. Done. Beautiful. So those are our 2 ab ones that I wanted to do. So we're just including abdominals into that lower body for you for today. You're going to go ahead and grab your water and then meet me back up on the mat. You're going to put your loop back on. We're going to do some weighted body with the loops exercises. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to roll my shoulders back, tuck my abs into my spine, keep my head above my heart. My legs, my loop, are around my calves. And I'm going to be in a split stance, just like this. We're going to stay in this split stance. And what I want to do is I'm going to knee lift and then curl back, hamstring curl. Knee lift, hamstring curl. Knee lift, hamstring curl. Knee lift, hamstring curl. Up we go. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Depending on how tight your band is, you're really having to work for this. I know I am. Woo. And then done. Now this glute, you may be feeling that. You may need to turn your hip in and externally rotate it out just to push some of that lactic acid through. I'm going to again put my legs in scapation. That's just going to protect, and you're getting that really good resistance. And then we work. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. I don't want it's curling on that end. That's that crinkling sound you hear. That's just my band. One more. And done. Okay. Now I want to take my band and my calves on my shin. My band is new, it's very tight. So I'm not going to be able to get a huge sumo here, but I want my legs to turn out and to turn my bucket under and roll back. If your band's a little looser, you can come a little wider. So I'm going to come down, sumo, nice and easy, cross my leg over, bring it back. Squat down, nice and easy, cross it over, bring it back. Make sure you get that bucket turned over, and we work. Exhale there, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then turn your toes 12 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and take my loop off for this next one. For this one's going to be a little different. I'm going to use my hands for this to give me resistance, but still working that lower body. So I want to put one loop on my, oh, it's hard to even lift it, on my ball of my foot, on the ball of my foot. So I'm going to put the loop on the ball of my foot, and you should feel this resistance. I'm staggering my stance like a kickstand squat. So we're going to come down, squat down, hip hinge, bend over, little deadlift, squat down, kickstand squat, bend over, little deadlift. All right, and we work. Squat down, knees behind the toes, just like a kickstand, squat, and then really pull your core together because you're doing this hinged over deadlift. Squatting down, Coming back. Got all this resistance. Apple under the chin. And then rest that out a little bit. So you may need to grapevine that out or step side to side just to move that a little bit. Up, up, up. Get that oxygen in. All right, we're going to go to the other side. We want to make it fair on both arms. Staggered stance. Rolling those shoulders back, squatting down, hip hinging, deadlift. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. 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 Inhale. And exhale. And your lower body loop is done. So we worked around the glutes, we worked quads, hamstrings, and a little bit of core. What did we leave out? Calves, of course. Burner, our finisher, we're putting this loop back on, getting into those lower tibials, our calf muscles, because I don't want to leave them out. I want to stand so that I feel resistance here. Again, go hip width. You're going to have that resistance. Now you could roll your shoulders back and keep your arms here, or you can come back here. What I don't want is dumping, rolling shoulders, right? We want good form. Apple under the chin. And then we're going to be 12 o'clock with our toes. I'm going to come up and down. Then we're going to go to our little plie, right? Or what we call duck. And then we're going to turn them in for pigeon so we can get around the calf muscle. So coming up and down, up on the toes, down. We want to make sure we're keeping those calves worked and strong, because if our quads and hamstrings are all we work and we don't get into those calves, we're going to be imbalanced. Same way with front side, front of the body, back of the body, interior, posterior. We want balance between quadriceps and hamstrings. So it helps to do, quad, hamstring. Balance it out so that you're not dominant on one side. We're already dominant on our right side, left side, but we don't want to be dominant anterior and posterior. That will hurt and it'll lead to injuries. So now I want to take my feet out and we work, rolling the shoulders back. Again, you could be here, you could be here, just not rolling your shoulders forward or lowering your head below your heart. Coming up on the toes, working the feet as well, working at the ankle joint. We are going to do some dorsiflexion at the ankle joint for the very last thing. Then I'm going to stretch you out, pull you down, send you home. If you have to add more cardio to this, you could do that front sequence a lot longer. To get out of this, we want to bring your toes 12 o'clock and then turn them in so that you don't torque your knee and hurt your knee. And then again, we work up and down. Woo. Around the muscles. Remember, calves have two big muscles and one lays right over top of the other. We want to get deep, we want to get imbalanced, we want to move around the legs. Muscles are not a flat point. They're three-dimensional. You have to move your body in different points or different planes of motion or just different ranges of motion to work around those muscles so we're not flat. So we actually train the muscle. So we actually train the muscle because it's three-dimensional. We want to get all the way around. So constantly thinking about how can I move around the muscle and strengthen and balance all the way around the muscle. All right, last thing, and we can do this without your loop. I'm going to go ahead, take my loop off. I want you toes up, dorsiflex, toes come towards knees, plantar flex, toes point down like a ballerina. So plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. And when we're on our toes, working those calves, we're in plantar flexion. Now we want to work around that ankle joint. We want to get on those heels. And I'm just going to march in place on my heels, dorsiflexion. We want to make our ankle joints strong. We want to stay away from plantar fasciitis. This is one exercise that we can continually do to get rid of that. 10 more, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can come up on your toes and then come onto your heels. This is a really good way to exercise around the ankle joint. Now go ahead and we start to stretch this out. So I'm going to be moving, and I'm going to circle my ankle one way, circle my ankle the other way. That feels really good. And do the same thing. And then go around the other way. That feels good. And then I want to flex and extend. Flex and extend. Flex and extend. Other side. Flex and extend. Pushing that oxygen, lactic acid, all that stuff out. Keeping the knees nice and strong. You can turn in, turn out, turn in, turn out at the hip joint. And that should feel good. Like releasing a lot of stuff. And then I'm going to bring it around, just like we did when we warmed up. But notice how slow I'm doing this now. I'm not trying to get your heart rate up. I'm not trying to, just trying to push lactic acid and stretch. Push that hip flexor back. Perfect. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. Now you could use a chair or a wall if you need this. And I'm going to squeeze my legs together and then lengthen through. Stretching the front of the quad, hip flexor, quad, quad tendon all the way to my patella. My heel is touching my glute. That's where we want it to be. It doesn't always go there right away, so it takes time. Then I'm going to push my knee up to my chest and do this again, finding a focal point if you need it, working that balance. Why not? We need to. And opening up the glute. Then my heel, dorsiflexed up. I'm going to sit back into my hip and open up the back of my legs because we work them as well. Beautiful. Now we did 30 seconds for each exercise. With the band, that's enough to get you heated up, to feel the burn, to feel that lactic acid. If you need more, you could start there. If you need more, go to 45 seconds, then go to a minute. And after that, I would say get a heavier band. Yes, I would. All right, so the question is, bring it up. Can I use a fabric band for this? Beth, you're always talking about the fabric bands. You could use a fabric band. There's a little bit more leeway, so get the heavy one if you're using it around your ankles like that. Because they're bigger, they're meant to stretch around your hips. All right. Those little loops, great for the workout that we did today, especially this one. Works the best, and probably this one works the best with that loop, but they deteriorate pretty quickly, so you have to keep checking them, make sure they're safe for you. I'm going to come up and down, and then forward and back, up and down, forward and back, ooh, up and down, forward and back. And I'm going to roll down because we worked those deadlifts just to stretch that lower lumbar out into my ragdoll. Roll that up. Roll shoulders, elbows. Big circle, big breath. Side body stretch. Really pull. Lengthen everything out. Reach up, other side. Beautiful. Now, if you need more hip flexor, stretch, come down to your Anjaneyasana. Low crescent lunge, let this hip flexor stretch. Push it towards the mat, keep this knee stacked with the ankle. Sit up really nice and tall. We're not leaning here. I don't feel the stretch here. Oh, there it is. Now I feel the stretch. Yeah, that's what we want. And then hamstring, coming back this way, dorsiflex. Yes, yes, feels good. And then I'm just going to come to the other side. If you need a total body stretch, like, subscribe, and share to our channel, and then go into our playlist and get a full body stretch out. That'll be yummy for you. And to the other side. Beautiful. I'm going to open up my legs. Maybe come side to side. We work them. And roll that all the way to the top. Rolling the shoulders once again. Elbows, big circle, big breath up, big oxygen in. Exhale that away, and then go in peace. Your at-home resistance loop band for your lower body, a couple little abs, is in the book. Let me know in the comments below what portion of this workout was your favorite, what was challenging for you, and maybe you have a question, where do I get those loops? You can leave me those comments below. I left the description, the workout, the exercises in the description below, so you can just copy, paste it, print it. You've got it. You could just do this and then go about your day. Remember, you're moving a little bit every day, and you're moving throughout the day and doing it varied. So you may need to take a walk later today, or stand up and stretch, or maybe do a stretch later today. So we want to be in motion. Motion's lotion. So we want to keep doing that. We're drinking our 8 ounces of water for sure. Your action points for today. 1, like, subscribe, and share to our channel. If you are a consistent viewer, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you, and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. I know it takes a few moments to click up and click over and hit that subscribe button, but it really helps our channel so that we can continue to grow. That's 1. 2, let me know what exercises, what kind of workouts you want to see, so that I can build exercises for our community that are going to benefit you the most. Let me know what you're struggling with. Let me know what you need help with. I'm here to help you get that done, and then we can work out together. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Just another way to exercise using a tool. Just pull it out of your tool belt, make it a little different, a little varied, and still have an efficient, effective, and pretty short workout. I will see you for the next workout. Have a great day. Bye.